Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about Martha's Vineyard. That's not what it's called. It's not. It is Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. And I didn't do last week. I can't remember why I didn't do last week, you guys. But nothing really happened except the fact that apparently we found out that Alex has a girlfriend, and I'm not sure why it's a huge deal. And the girl, Shanice or whatever, the one that comes just for the weekend, she's all like, "Oh, but he asked me to marry him." Girl, he wasn't asking you to marry him for real. Calm down. Like the fact that they were all like, he was in my DMs too, and he was in my DMs. Calm the fuck down. We know how men do. It's what he does. Am I saying that it's right? No, but it's not a big deal. Like they're about to make it a huge deal because we're going on and on about it again in this episode, but we'll get there. Um, Also, the only other thing that happened is I think her name is Shanice, something like that. The girl that comes for the weekend. Um, what's his name? Alex, the tall, like kind of sort of. He not chocolate, but the tall guy, Kappa. Told her last week don't be around him in his space or whatever. Like he's scared of her because apparently she's a stalker. And I'm like, dude, she touched you one good time on the arm. That does not make a stalker. Like she's not trying to stalk you. He was just ridiculous. Like I just honestly feel like he was ridiculous. I also feel like it was ridiculous that they made the girl go home. Damn it, what is her name? Forgotten already. Oh, that's terrible. Forgotten already. I don't remember her name. I know they sent the other guy home, the crazy drunk guy, which that was warranted. He literally got into it with everybody there, including Jordan, who came out the room. I don't even know if I spoke about it last time. Jordan came out the room to talk to him like she was really about to get somewhere with this super drunk, ignorant guy. And then she gets pissed off when he's ignorant to her, too. Girl, who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are that nobody's going to be? She's so yeah, I'm not feeling Jordan. I'm not feeling a lot of these people because Bria, I need Bria and her dog to get the fuck on. I ain't even gonna lie. I need them to go. Like they shouldn't even be there. Bria is nerve wracking as shit. Like I don't like her. Don't like her. But we'll get into all that later. Let's get into this episode. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and be one of the beautiful people. Be in the family. We would love to have you. Um, and y'all know I keep forgetting my intro because I be forgetting my intro. So just like, comment, subscribe. It does wonders for my analytics. And let's get started. All right, so we start off with the different groups going on a morning walk and workout. So the women are doing a mimosa walk, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. And Preston wants to go with them. It was so funny. He's like, I want to go with you guys. He didn't want to go work out with the guys, but he ended up going to work out with them. And what is his name? Silas or whatever? Jasmine's husband? Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. He's like, Preston, I need you to do more. Nick is like, well, as long as he's doing some reps, he's trying. And Preston's like, listen, our bodies are different. Like my endurance level is not the same as yours. You're going off of what you can do. Like I'm sitting here trying. I'm giving an effort. And I was just like, who does this guy think he is? Like something is really wrong with Jasmine and her husband. What's really wrong with them? Seriously. So then they stop exercising and they talk about the whole buying a drink thing. Because what I didn't get into is last week on the episode, the girls were having a girls' night, the guys were going to do their thing, and then we get into the whole thing of if the girls go out, then don't accept a drink. Jasmine, you're married. You can't accept a drink or whatever. Now, where am I on the issue? I get his point somewhat. I get her point somewhat. I think it really just depends. If you go out, I mean, we've all had drinks bought for us, correct, ladies? Like, we know that when someone purchases you a drink, they are stuck to you like glue. Like, they feel like that little $10, $12 or whatever that they put in, they own you for the night. So I get it. However, if she's out with girls and you have a guy that tries to talk to you and he buys a round of drink for the tables, you and your friends, what are you going to do? Just be like, no, don't buy me one because I'm married. But he's not even trying to talk to you. Like, this is somebody trying to talk to your friend that's just being nice to everybody to show he got it like that. We've all had that happen too. That that I appreciate more. I really do, because I'll be like, man, this is just free for nothing. No, yeah, that's amazing. So I can go either way. Like again, if it's for the group and it's somebody not trying to talk to her, fine. If it's somebody trying to talk to her, no thank you. I'll buy my own drinks because I want you to get the hell away from me, basically. So I get his point on that. But I don't like him, so I'm not trying to be on his side for real. All right, so then we have a quick scene with what's her name? Jordan and Alex blowing up a pool toy, and she's in the confessional telling us how she can't really read him. He says a whole bunch of like sexual innuendos. She doesn't know if it's because of the whole Playboy thing or if he sees her like that or what it is. And I'm like, maybe he's just like that. Like maybe that's just how he is. I guess it's good that she can't read him because she seems to be a little interested because she can't really read if he's interested or not. So I guess it's working out for him if that's what he's trying to do. We also have Nick, and Nick looks really well. I like him with his glasses on too. I'm not gonna lie. Nick and Silas, is that his name? Silas, something like that. Jasmine's husband. They're playing beer pong or whatever, and Nick is asking him about being controlling. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you're controlling? Because he gave them like rules to the game. And he's like, I love that everything we do here have rules. And I'm like, yeah, because him and his wife, they're both equally controlling. I'm sorry, you can't tell me no difference. She wants to be the leader of the gang as well. So they can both yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna say. They can both just fuck out of here. But uh uh y'all, can I just say that I do appreciate the fact that these men run around with no shirts on. You know, even though some of them don't have six packs and all that or whatever, it's still nice. Like, who was it? The Shanice girl or whatever? She said she just loves seeing the skin. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Run around, play beer pong with no shirt on. I'm all about it. It's a vacation. Shit. All right, so wrapping up the conversation about him, Silas, or whatever being too controlling, Nick was just like, listen, he went into this whole thing about his mom being a single parent and not really being controlled by a man and turning out fine. And he told him that Jasmine, basically, in a nutshell, Jasmine has made it all these years without you. She's fine. She's going to be fine. She don't need you to hold her hand for every little thing. And I get it. However, I find it's interesting that these people are married. Just leave them alone. Like, who cares? Leave them alone. She don't have a problem with it because she runs around like my man, my man, my man. So she obviously likes it. Listen, let him get his shit off. If that's what she like, let him do it. Um, then we have a scene in the kitchen with Bria, blah, Amir, and Preston, and they're talking about Nick's girlfriend and the fact that Bria wants to meet her and grill her. And I'm like, who are you? Y'all, Bria, I would love to see Bria get touched for real. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't like Bria at all. And I feel like her mouth is reckless. She's ridiculous. And she just needs to be smacked in her mouth one good time. One good time. I just want somebody to get at her. Because that little push that what that girl, it started with an M. Her name was coming back to me, the one that got kicked off. And I feel like she shouldn't have got kicked off because I feel like when I watched that scene back, the Bria girl threw something at her. Am I wrong, or did she throw like a piece of paper or something at her first? I don't know, but I just feel like she didn't need to be Mariah. She did not need to be kicked off, and they are ridiculous for that. Jasmine ain't shit for that. I'm sorry. Don't even give me all that. Oh my God, you're my best friend. That's why when Mariah was like, "Yeah, I'm just mourning these friendships because, I got it, and I ain't mad at her. Jasmine is not your friend because she didn't even attempt to stand up for her. No, these two people are totally different. He came in first night, got into it with everybody, being drunk and belligerent and ridiculously aggressive. Y'all had a disagreement. Your mouth was reckless, Bria, as usual, even though Amir apparently was the one who started the whole thing. He's the one that put all the towels and stuff together with the dog stuff and never came out and said anything, which to me was quite shitty. But anyway, back to Amir, Preston, and Bria being in the kitchen. She's saying when her man comes, everybody's gonna want to grill her man, so she wants to grill his woman. And girl, fuck out of here, for real, Bria. Ugh, ugh. Anyway, for some reason I don't understand why Amir started crying, but he got into this whole thing about he feels really close to them and he was afraid coming in not being black enough and I don't know, but he was crying. So okay, listen, these people will find any chance to get their shit off and have an emotional moment. And listen, I'm all for it. Release it. It's fine. Made no sense, but it's fine. Yeah, so Jordan and Alex get in the pool, and they tell Nick to get in the pool. He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not getting in." She's like, "Oh, you can't swim," and he's like, "Damn, you ain't gotta call me out like that." No, I can't swim. She's like, "Get on the floaty thing." So he attempts to get on the floating swan, and they like it don't look secure. But before that, she tells him that she can help teach him how to swim. Now, mind you, she's laid out on this little floaty thing with a mimosa and everything, and he gets in on the little swan and it turns over and they like, oh my god. But what she doesn't do is move. She did not move to try to help him at all. Like, her drink did not spill, nothing moved. She just cracked up laughing. I'm like, yeah, that ain't who you want to help teach you how to swim. But he was fine. All right, so we're at dinner, and Amir lets them know that they're going fishing tomorrow, and then we get into Nick and his girlfriend situation. Some kind of way, when he made his announcement, Silas or Cyrus, whatever his name is, and Jasmine weren't there, so they were surprised to hear about it. So he's like, he just want to explain to them that it was kind of hard playing two sides because they were asking him about the DMs or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I shouldn't have sent them. It was kind of hard playing two sides, and I'm like, you're just a freaking cheater. Just say that. Just say that. It is what it is. It's fine. Your girlfriend's gonna know. She's gonna know. If she didn't find out before, she's gonna find out now. And if she didn't find out now, she's gonna find out at another point because, listen, what's done in the dark always comes to light. He's a cheater, but who isn't? Sorry to be so cynical, but it is what it is. Um, but they talk about how he called Shanice or whatever his wife, and he's like, I don't recall saying that. And then they're all like, yeah, you did. At the party, you said that. And I'm just like, who gives a shit for real? Like, they're making a big deal out of nothing. Nothing. Obviously, he's not trying to get with this girl for real. He got a girlfriend. Okay, so he tried to talk to her, so he an ancient guy or whatever. We get it. I don't understand why it's this huge thing. I just don't get it. But Jasmine goes on about how she wanted people to get to know each other and she was going to try to be his wingman and support him. And I'm just like, she's basically there for hookups, which we already know from episode 1, where she's like, who likes who? Who like you? Who like you? Who you like? Who you like? And I'm just like, girl, you should calm down. I just have to support you differently now. Girl, just calm down. How about all the support? Cut that shit out and just be on vacation. Jesus. Oh, I forgot to mention that she said two other people are coming, Summer and another guy. Cute guy. But it's like 12 billion people here already, and they have two more people coming, I guess, because of the two that left. But okay. So then everybody's going to bed, and yeah, I'm so sick of seeing and hearing the married couple, Jasmine and them, do it. Like, he is like a jackrabbit, doesn't look fun, looks pretty not great if you ask me. But they got the noises and everything going, and I'm like, that is just way too much. It's too much. I don't like it. But apparently Bria texted her and was like, before they got to it, Bria text like, yeah, I can't believe Simon is coming and staying a whole week. And I'm like, that don't even make sense that she would text her that. Like, y'all literally just walked out the same room together, and then she's gonna suddenly text you about her man coming for a week. Like, what? It didn't make sense, but okay. So then her husband is just like, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that because I don't think it's fair that he gets to come and stay the duration with the other people and have all access, and that's not what we agreed upon, and we need to talk about it. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll get more information from her specifically tomorrow. And she lets her know we need to chat tomorrow before we leave out or whatever. Okay, fine. He just definitely wants to always have a problem with something. He does. Yeah, real quick observation. I'm sorry, but Bria be looking a raggedy ass mess. She looked like Raggedy Ann for real, running around this house with all these men and people with her hair all over her head. She looked like the goddamn dog. She really does. Like, their hair and fur look the same. She looks a mess. And I mean, they really do favor. I'm not even trying to be funny, but when she came down the stairs holding that dog and they both just look raggedy as all get out, I'm like, girl, you just don't care. You don't care. And I also have to say, Amir, listen, I wasn't feeling him at first, but Ever since he stepped up to the guy, what's his name, Philip or whatever his name was. Listen, he is a little hottie there, and I just think he's cute. He dresses well. I think he's cute. When he said 11:15 and it was all kind of shy, like 11:15, I was like, oh, that's cute. I kind of like Amir for now, because I'm sure at some point he's gonna do something. But for now, I like Amir. All right, so Phony Jasmine has a conversation with Bria about her man coming for a week. And she's like, so he's coming for. She just gives me phony and fake, y'all. Like, she really does. And the girl's like, I told y'all at the bowling alley it's going to be a week because he's coming from Germany and the travel time is like 13 hours and this and that. And then she's like, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to, talk to the rest of the house about it because, with the whole thing with Phil, like, it's only fair. It's only fair. Like, I don't like people to come off like that. I feel like she's just saying whatever in whatever setting she's in. You already know y'all got a problem with it. Why you blaming it on the whole house? Just tell her that your man said he shouldn't be there a whole freaking week. Like, what's up with that? So apparently they have to have a house meeting about the fact that this man is coming and he's not a part of the cast. And I guess he'll be there a week like the next two people that are a part of the cast, so they feel like it's unfair. I don't know. I don't care. I just feel like Bria can go with her boyfriend. How about he don't come and you and your dog just go? Just go now. Go a week early. So they go fishing, and all right. I mean, it was good enough. Good enough. They all caught a fish. It's fine. And what's his name? Amir was going to cook everything. He filleted them. He's going to cook them. Then we have Summer. She comes into the house. Pretty girl. And we have Alex in his confessional and also Nick in his confessional. And they both compare her to Hillary Banks. And the producer's like, I don't know. And I'm like, how old is the goddamn producer? How does she not know who Hillary Banks is? Like, seriously? But anyway, Nick is talking about how well put together she is and everything. And I'm like, Nick, let's not forget about the girlfriend already. Let's not forget. Don't slide in her DMs, Nick. um, and so they're going to have apparently a toga party. Oh, we also find out that Jordan interviewed her for an article in Playboy or whatever. So, yeah, so they're going to have a toga party. All right, so about this toga party, Silas wants it to be the Kappas versus the Alphas. And the women are like, why? Because that makes no sense. And he's like, well, because we feel like, it should be, the integrity of it would be better if it's the alpha. And, if you want to be on the alphas, then you need to be an alpha. And the girl Summer's like, I was an alpha phi. And he's like, so you were an alpha sweetheart? And Preston is like, we're talking about alpha phi alpha. No, she said she was an alpha phi or something. And Preston's like, we're talking about alpha phi alpha. And she's like, oh, so it's did she say sexist or something like that? I can't remember. But it's a whole thing where Jordan is like, why does it have to be a Greek name when most of us aren't Greek? And Silas, of course, always has an answer. But whatever. We learned that Alpha Phi, she got kicked out, whatever it was. She said she, didn't have time to go to the event. Like, she just didn't really care. So she was kicked out. That's fine. All right. So, what's his name? Jason comes and he's very cute. Light skin, light eyes, all that. Very cute guy. And she's like hugging all over him because apparently Jasmine is hugging all over him. Apparently he is an ex roommate of hers or whatever. And you could tell when she's like hugging him and not letting him go. Like she's just all over him, all over him. Um, Her husband is looking like, Then he's in the confessional, like, yeah, normally you would be intimidated or have a problem with that. But I'm trying to get to know him. And I'm like, you ain't gonna like it. Like, she's literally all over this man. Now, I grew up with a lot of guys, and, it was a crew of women and a crew of men. And I mean, at the time we were like girls and boys, like junior high, went to high school together, all that stuff or whatever. So I'm used to being around guys, and we are. And I mean, when you love and adore people, you kind of hug on them or whatever, and there's nothing there. So I get it. But she was doing a lot to be in front of her husband. Like, I'm not sure that I would be hugging all over any of my male friends in front of my husband like that. Like, you got to keep it cute. Listen, this is such and such, and I love him, but I'm not going to be hugged all over him. But anyway, you know what I figured out with this show, you guys? It's so many scenes, so many small scenes that they put in here. Like, we're in this room and they're doing a bunch of nothing. Then we go to this room and it's nothing and it's nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing scenes. I'm sorry. Am I still enjoying the show? Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't as entertained as I have been because I feel like the drama that they had was just kind of trumped up. Who gives a shit about Nick and his girlfriend, and who cares about the fact that Simon is coming for a week? But I didn't see this part. Like, I ended up falling asleep when she's showing him around, and apparently he's staying in the house with Summer. Summer's on the bottom level, he'll be on the top level or whatever. Okay, great. Excuse me, y'all. That was so rude, and I am not editing it out. I'm sorry. But yeah, so now it's time. It's finally time for the toga party. All right, so Silas is making the broccoli and he's putting this uh lemon from the jar, not the jar, the little bottle. So the imitation lemon juice. Well, I don't know. Is it imitation lemon juice? I don't know. But Bria comes down and she's like, "What are you doing? You gotta use real lemons." And then she picks up the Larry's and she called it Larry's or something like that. And I'm like, bitch, that's not the name of it. And then she just starts putting so much on. She's so ignorant, y'all. She's ignorant as shit because she messed up that whole thing. And all of them are yelling, "What are you doing? He already seasoned it. What are you doing?" So now you just made it salty to the point of they can't eat that. And you don't even care. Like, she don't give a shit. She just does stuff and she don't care. It's like, just deal with it. And that's why I want somebody to pop her, pop the shit out of this girl. But anyway, what's and when she's seasoning, what's his name? Jason is like, "Yeah, we see what your boyfriend is," and so that means, of course, he's white. But they go out. Her and Silas go outside to talk, and they get into a heated exchange because she's like, "You guys said he can come for a week," and of course, Silas doesn't think he should stay a week, and he says something about he she says she's gonna call a race, she's gonna pull the race card basically, and he's like, "You think I judge people by that?" And she's like, "Yeah, from some of the stuff that you said." And he's like, "I only said that I would love to see my black men and women married." And she's like, "Yeah, so with him being white, that's an issue." And Jasmine comes out, she doesn't make it any better, she's just like, "It's a loving conversation," with her phony ass. And Bria's like, "It's not a loving conversation." And I want to go home because I feel like this is just very like, go home, girl, go home, pack your bags and go home. And obviously, she's not going to do it because we see that her boyfriend's going to end up coming from the scenes that we saw from before. Um, yeah, I just really wish Bria could go home. I feel like I would enjoy it more if she went home. But then she says, "Your husband is getting loud with me, and I am I am trying to be nice," or something she said. And Jasmine is like, "I don't think he's getting loud. He's passionate." He's like, "Yeah, I'm passionate." And I was like, these two are crazy. And she ends up saying, and she's walking away too, like, yeah, these two are made for each other. Like, the control issues and everything, they're definitely made for each other. And listen, Bria, yeah, that's her name, Bria. I'm with you when you're right. Don't like you, but I'm with you when you're right. All right, so we ended with a big old argument again with Silas and Bria. Same thing. He is calling her manipulative, but he's saying it wrong the whole time. She of course is telling him, "Listen, I can't get off with my dog. We hear y'all having sex every other day, and you getting what you need to be getting." And he's like, "Listen, we are full house members, so basically we can do that." And it's a whole thing. She's following him downstairs, telling him how he control his wife, but he's not gonna control her. And everybody in the house feels that way because he told her that other people feel the same way that he feels. You know, people just don't feel like it's right that he comes for a week. And she's like, what other people? And I'm like, yeah, because him and Jasmine are liars. Like, they can't just stand on their shit. It's both of them that have the issue with it. They basically ain't even talked to nobody else about it. So they just want to put it off on other people. Stand on your shit. If that's what you feel and you feel that strongly about it, like y'all want to keep confronting this girl, let her go home. But don't blame it on other people and be like, oh, some other people in the house. No, say what you got to say. I listen, Jasmine and Silas, again, definitely made for one another. Bria can beat it. Summer is up there with a dress on. She didn't put on a toga. She just put on a white dress with her boobs hanging all the way out. And I'm just like, girl, why? I mean, literally to where they had to blur it out. She's jumping up and down or whatever. And I'm like, these men in this house is just getting a total show. This is what happens when you vacation with Playboy bunnies, I guess. But for the most part, it was fine. I feel like Jason is something else. But we'll see. We're going to keep our eye on Jason. So, you guys, if you have made it this far, thank you very much. You are the real MVP. And I will see you guys in the next video. I feel like I may or may not do Housewives tonight. I don't know if I feel like it. If not, I'll just do it tomorrow. Not too much happened. Marlo was Marloing, and I really did not want to see her again this season. So yeah, but again, if you are, if you have not already, please consider subscribing. It is absolutely free of charge, and it doesn't mean anything to you. Just a click of a button, but it means the world to me. Like the video, it does wonders for my analytics, and I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.